Hello and everybody, welcome to the 2020 edition of the Zero1 Awards. The category we're talking about right now is the best full frame mirrorless camera. Now this year we saw quite a lot of releases from all major companies, that's Canon, Sony, Nikon. Nikon launched the Z5, the Z6 Mark II, the Z7 Mark II, whereas Canon released the EOS R5 and the R6. Sony, for their part, released the Sony A7s Mark III, a video camera, or rather a full-frame mirrorless camera that's been awaited for a very long time by people who especially shoot video. So we took all of these cameras in-house and we tested them to figure out which was the best mirrorless camera with a full-frame sensor. And the winner of the Zero1 Award for the best full-frame mirrorless camera goes to the Canon EOS R5. So the EOS R5 has a massive 45 megapixel full frame sensor, but that's not only it. While that makes up for great detail retention when it comes to stills, in video the camera also excels by offering you various features that nobody else currently offers. Case in point being the ability to shoot 8K raw video in camera. By eliminating the need for an external recorder, Canon has effectively created this little mirrorless camera that is great for shooting not just high resolution video but also high resolution HDR video, enabling content creators or budget documentary filmmakers to foray into this newer color space and higher resolution formats at a fraction of the price that they would have had to spend otherwise. The EOS R5 also features almost 8 stops. Well, the advertised in-body stabilization goes up to 8 stops, and we measured about 6.5 stops of effectiveness of the in-body image stabilization, which is actually very impressive. Do note that this is a company that has never done in-body image stabilization, maybe up until last year, this year actually. So very impressive on Canon's part to have achieved that. When you combine the 8K video quality with, of course, there's also 4K in camera, 1080p in camera, so the video quality with the body stabilization, in-body image stabilization, and of course the great detail retention and crazy sharp images coming out of the sensor, it's easy to see why the EOS R5 wins this year's Zero1 Award for the best mirrorless camera.
Thank you, Digit, for recognizing Canon EOS R5 as the best full-frame mirrorless camera. Your award is a true reflection of our customer voice, and we've seen some great response coming in from our customers. Our endeavor is to consistently study our customer needs and bring in the best products. And we're very happy with this award, and we're really delighted and humbled. Thank you again.
The runner-up for this year, however, is the Sony A7s Mark III. Now, I know what you're thinking. The A7s III with its 12 megapixel full-frame sensor has to be a low-light beast. And yes, it is. But the reason the Sony comes in second place is because the disadvantage to having a 12 megapixel sensor is also the fact that the detail retention is not as high as that of a 45 megapixel sensor. Additionally, the A7s Mark III continues to offer 5 stops of image stabilization, which just does not match up to Canon's 6.5 stops as we measured. The third thing that puts the A7s Mark III in second place is that its effective focusing goes down up to -3 EV as we tested it, whereas the Canon was able to go down to -4. So keeping these things in mind, the A7s III does fall into the second place for the Zero1 Award, making it the runner-up and not the winner this year. Last but not the least, we have of course the Best Buy recommendation. The Best Buy recommendation is given based on the fact that we take a look at the kind of performance a particular device delivers and then of course measure it against its price. So the device that delivers the best price to performance ratio becomes a Best Buy recommendation. For this year's Zero1 Awards, the Best Buy recommendation goes to the Nikon Z5. Now the Z5 is also a full-frame mirrorless camera with 24 megapixel resolution, in-body image stabilization, and for all intents and purposes, it's very close sibling to the Nikon Z6. Where it loses out in comparison to the Z6, and of course the other two cameras in our comparison, is due to its much slower. The maximum burst speed on this is 4.5 frames per second. It also has a slightly lower resolution display, But most importantly, the sensor used is not a BSI type sensor, it's just a regular CMOS sensor, which does have an impact on its high ISO performance, especially past ISO 8000. So there you have it, folks. The Digit Zero 01 Awards for the best mirrorless camera goes to the Canon EOS R5 for the year 2020. Thank you guys for watching, and for more of our Digit Zero 01 Award winners, stay tuned to our channel. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and also push on that bell button so that you don't miss any future updates from us. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.